welcome back to the channel. So we got a little bit of a different market watch. We're going to be strictly talking about ultimate rare cards. A lot of these cards are I don't want to say starting to crash, a lot of them have been going down, but these are things to kind of look at where if you have them and you're thinking about if you want to get rid of them, maybe you should get rid of them, or maybe I might say to kind of keep them. We kind of go over that in this video. So if you like what we do here, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all cool. We do videos like this all the time, trying to grow the channel and do all that cool stuff. Also trying to get everyone informed about the price of these cards, because like I said, sometimes people will end up with a card like this and think it's valuable, but then find out that it's not. So let's go to start with Branded Fusion. Branded Fusion is from the latest OTS tournament pack, and at one point it was so high. It was at 130, and now it has just come down. It is even lower than, it's not even at half of its price. It is for, you pretty much get them 60, 98, $60, pretty much like 60, $61. To be honest, like I think a lot of people will have no problem letting this go for 60. It has kind of done like a little small bump up. There was kind of at 50, now it's kind of starting to go back up into the 60 range. I think a lot, especially because of the Chimera engine, a lot of people are kind of assuming that this card is still going to be very heavily used in the meta, and even if it's hit, to be honest, I think it's probably gonna, it might get hit to 1, because like Branded is just, even though it's a fan favorite deck, it has always, it's extremely powerful. So I could see this card getting hit to 1, but even if it is hit to 1, the Chimera engine is still probably going to keep the Branded deck alive, and if it isn't, I can see this card going up. So right now, if you have them and you feel like next meta is going to be like a lot of Branded Chimera, I would just kind of hold on to them. Even if they're hit, this card still, like Michael Oak, still will be used. But I don't know about this price. This price is going to be like a little bit iffy right now. So $60 for Branded Fusion, it's kind of could be hit or miss right now. Fusion Destiny. So this is a card that I was like very surprised by. I kind of thought that because of the heroes, when they had all of their success, it was gonna kind of see some spikes, and it did a little bit, but it has just been coming down. Right now you get this, you could get right here, Fusion Destiny, 25, 26, like that's French. Let's see, English, yeah, these are okay. So you get the English one at 27, so like $28 for an Ultimate Rare Fusion Destiny. To be honest, I would try to get these as every now and then when you see them, if you have like the trades or something, or if you're looking to get some stuff, I would like pick up Fusion Destinies. Just have a play set, because Fusion, like, hero stuff always has a tendency to like hype, the hype could kind of fluctuate. But I guess it isn't like with Dark Law, because I guess like back when Dark Law was like like pretty much like before way before like Fusion Destiny, and before some of the newer Destiny hero monsters that came out, like like Denier and the Phoenix Enforcer. Heroes, it's like no matter what version of heroes you were playing, Dark Law was like the central. Whether it's Hero Beat, Dark Law was in there. If it was Hero Toad, Dark Law was in there. So it didn't really matter what type of heroes, whether it was this, whether it was like the Fusion heroes, or like I said, the Beatdown or Toad, you always would run freaking you would always run Dark Law. But in this case, there's so many different versions of heroes that are good, and not every single version runs Destiny, the freaking Destiny heroes. So that's probably the reason why this card is not just constantly just spiking up every time heroes get hyped. But like I said, you never know. There's like a lot of stuff that could happen with this next coming up season. You never know what Konami's want to do, especially because Konami has pushed back a lot of product. So maybe that kind of might like leave a couple of it might leave a couple of metas kind of open for some hero shenanigans. Toon Kingdom is another card that I picked up for because it's a fan favorite card. I'm slowly just trying to get set to this. I really thought it was gonna take off a little bit more, but no, this card is just completely tanked. Right now you get them for you get the English for like 23, 24, 25, so like 23, 24, 25 bucks. To be honest, I'm still gonna be like picking up these cards, especially if they're going down. I'll try to get them. I really do like hero stuff, Toon stuff. I guess we're gonna go be like Branded, certain extra deck staples. These are those are the type of really good. I'm trying to say this. Those are the type of really good ultimate rares that just constantly kind of eat. Like if they're not gonna fluctuate, those are the kind of ones that kind of stay like in a good like price range. So I kind of feel like comfortable with them. This one, however, I really thought it was gonna kind of hold into here, but you know, tunes are not getting that much love right now. So we'll see what this card does. I'm still gonna pick it up because I do still like Toon Kingdom. Twin Twisters is another ultimate rare card that I've had for a while. I feel like I might have missed the mark on this card, because like it was kind of going on at 57, and like I was really thinking that I kind of still want to hold it, but it looks like it is going down. Like currently destroying back row, especially right now with Unchained in the meta, is not what you want to do. You really want to, like, if you're gonna destroy the back row, and then you want to use something like Harpy's Feather Duster, because it's searchable with thrust. It gets rid of everything. So yeah, like you know, if you're gonna do something like that, you rather have that over Twin Twister, because you have to, you know, like it isn't searchable by thrust. You're gonna have to hard jaw it. You're gonna have to discard a card. So there's a lot of extra, you know, they have to do to kind of go through to get Twin Twister. So with Harpy's Feather Duster and Thrust combo kind of running around, I really don't see Twister kind of coming back into the meta anytime soon. But there are some cards coming out, I think in the next set, Age of Overlord, that that are like really central around wanting to get cards into the graveyard. So cards like Twin Twister might be good tech choices for cards like that, for decks like that, to where like maybe it's not the overall best choice, but there are going to be a lot of decks which do revolve around the graveyard, which want to send cards and get the beneficial effect of destroying the back row. So Twin Twister is a card that could kind of see, you know, some resurgence into the $50 range. Right now you get them for 30, about there, like $33, $34. So like I said, kind of keep an eye out with Twin Twister. Sprite Blue is a card that has just been going crazy. These were like super high, like when they initially came out, but now they kind of dropped down. You get Sprite Blues for like $23, $24, pretty much like 24, 25 bucks for the Sprite Blue. It looks really nice, but Sprite is most likely going to take a pretty, I want to say not a big hit, but a significant hit. They're either going to hit the Jet or the Blue to 1. I really feel like they're going to want to do that. Maybe more likely the Blue, to keep Jet in the game, so that way Sprite still is a decent little engine, but it really does hit the consistency. And then they'll probably hit some other cards that are being used in the different combo decks, like the runic stuff. So Sprite Blue right now, it's probably gonna go. It's probably gonna get hit again, and this thing could take like another hit. So if you're holding on to us thinking it was gonna go up, I don't see that anytime soon. Pure Lily Ultra Rare. This one is a little bit different. I can see this one going up. Right now it's going down really hard, but Purely could still get a hit. Like Purely is still technically an older, you know, like I'm it's not like it's an older deck, like, but it is a deck that came out in like in the more previous season, and they might want to start pushing the stuff that, you know, that's in Dune, because like Dune kind of flops. So Konami might. Because Konami might have to work, like, I'm going to say overtime, but Konami might have to rethink some of the cards that they're going to want to get rid of in order to let Dune really prosper. Because one of the best things out of Dune is Unchained, and right now Unchained is probably seen as more of like very good rogue or fringe tier 1, because like I'm having some decent success with the deck, but there are still scenarios where you do have to play correctly, where you can't misplay, and if you make one mistake, you're literally in like a freaking grind battle, and you better hope your opponent can't combo with you the same amount you could grind. So like, you know, even with how much success that that deck is having, you know, a lot of people say it's like, you know, maybe like tier 1. I really think it's a very good deck, but that's still one of the best cards, one of the best things that came out of Dune. And there's a lot of other stuff that came out that they really want to push. So I could see them potentially hitting Purely again to kind of curve that power. But if they don't, and Purely becomes like one of the top decks, I could very much see this card spiking up, maybe even to like 45, 50 bucks, maybe even higher. But like right now they're 35. It would be very much a gamble, because it's like a 50-50 shot that Purely doesn't get hit. So this one right here, I can see it going up, or I can see it going down. Probably most likely going down, because they might want to curve that Purely, because X Trillion Noir is a very scary card to deal with. Cashier of Fenrir. This card right here is a little bit different, because they're most likely going to bring this to 1. If they end up bringing this card down to 1, because, well, okay, I guess let me explain my reasoning. There's basically two things that they could do with the Cashier deck. They could either hit a Rise Heart, and that would pretty much hit a Rise Heart, hit, and then hit the Theosis, and all that will pretty much curve the deck. Or they could leave a Rise Heart and hit the Theosis, the Fenrir, the freaking, you know, like the freaking field spell and everything else. Like they could hit all the other stuff and bring all that down kind of to one, and essentially, and like kind of like essentially curve the deck by getting rid of its pieces, or curve the deck by getting rid of its main monster. If they curve the deck by getting rid of its main monster and they leave Fenrir at like, you know, 3 or 2, or not even, you know, not even hit it or put it to 2, I could see this going. I could see this spiking. I could see this spiking back to the $60 range. Right now you get them for $30, $31, $32. So, but I could really see these things doubling in price if Konami decides to go the Rise Heart route. If Konami's like, we're gonna leave Fenrir at 3 or 2, and we're gonna just get rid of like the Theosis and a Rise Heart, and then kind of curve the deck like that, I could see Fenrir just popping up in decks, just non-stop. Just popping up in decks non-stop. I could very much see that. But the most likely scenario is Castor Fenrir is going to be hit to 1, and this card is probably going to, you know, sink down even lower to like maybe like the $19, $20 range. So this is another card similar to the Pure Lily, to where like it really depends on what Konami's trying to do, but Konami really has their sights set on this deck. So I would go with the latter and assume that they're going to bring this to 1, and this price is going to spike. And the last card that I want to talk about is Triple Tactics Thrust. I was very surprised going through the whole saga with this card. When this card came out, it was just crazy. Sat there at like 135. Yeah, it did take a bit of a tank, but I thought this $120 was gonna hold. It did hold for about a month. Little, like a good, like around a good 2 weeks. Yeah, let's say a good 2-3 weeks. I would say it held up to 120, and I really thought it was going to just stop right there. I would assume that, like, you know, I believe the secret was like, you know, like in the 90s, kind of like the 90 range, and then this one's going to 120. I thought that was, you know, I'm like, okay, all right, that makes sense. That's, you know, this is probably going to be the next power play going into the next season. But right now it's just kind of starting to go down. It's just going down, 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 down. And right now you got these right here, near mint unlivs for $92.50, $93.50. And yeah, so we're looking at like $93, $94 for Triple Tactics Thrust Ultimate Rare. If you pull this at your locals and you're not planning to play it, if you pulled it at your locals, play it. I'm telling you, find a way to put it in your deck. If you know, I mean, not every single deck could use it, obviously, but a lot of decks do benefit from being able to search those type of cards, even in your side deck, where, like, you know, if you want to add some of those like really hard to get one-ofs, Triple Tactics does really helps you get into those cards. So if you pull this, I would just use it. But if you don't plan to use it, I would actually just hold on to it, because I really do feel like Triple Tactics Thrust in the next meta is going to be a heavy hitting card. Even if they hit Triple Tactics Talent, there's so many different options you could search with this card. So this one right here, I do feel will go up in the, will go up in the future. And I am assuming that this is still going to be like a really heavy hitting card in the next Yu-Gi-Oh format. Okay, people, that's it for the video. This one went a little longer than I wanted to. I wanted to kind of do a quicker overview, but I kind of just started going off about some of these like ultimate rares. I really do like the ultis, and like I'll probably do another market watch talking about regular cards. I know not everyone really cares about the ultimate rares, but still, for those who do, here's the video. Peace out, guys. Catch you in the next one.